than 5 minutes, so we're going to keep this pretty short. So those of you who are able to come, I realize that for some of you, this may be in the supper hour. This may be some challenges for watching at this point, but I think this is the time when people are getting home, may be able to do that. So we're going to be working on that together. Hopefully we'll be able to connect. And if you can't watch now, you're watching it later, that's all good. Do you have a couple of announcements as we get started? I see Melissa saying hello. I see other people watching. That's great. We did have some problems with our website yesterday. That was causing some problems. We are now able to work with that again. The prayer requests, if you go to our main website, that's www.hookstonchurch.org. You go there, you will be able to see on the banner at the top, there'll be about 5 or 6 different things we're promoting. One of them says prayer, and you can click on that, and that will take you directly to be able to give a prayer request to the staff. We'll be able to monitor that. We are monitoring those several times to care about you. So hang in there. So with no further ado, we're going to get started. This is going to be a short devotion. We're looking at Psalm chapter 46 today. Change, and the mountain slips into the heart of the sea. The waters roar and foam. Through the mountains quake at its swelling pride. Those first 3 verses of Psalm 46 is saying, no matter what happens, if there are changes in the world, anybody know about changes that are going on in our world right now? Any changes that are going on in our world, we can trust God. He is our very help in time of trouble. He is a refuge and a strength. He is a safe place for us to be. We don't have to worry. I know that the Surgeon General said this morning that that this week, quote, this week it's going to get bad. It very well may. We may see some coronaviruses, COVID-19 disease rise exponentially. But as that happens, we still don't need to fear. We need to be cautious. We need to be careful. But we can trust God because He is our refuge. Come what may, sickness, disease, whatever happens, we're in His hands. The psalmist goes on in verse 4 to say, there is rich streams make glad the city of God, the holy dwelling places of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She will not be moved. God will be her help when the morning dawns. The nation in uproar, the kingdoms tottered. He raised his voice, and the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our stronghold. Now that section there is where the psalmist is saying, you know what? There's something beyond where I am. I feel like there are things that are going wrong in the world around me, but I know there's another place higher up where the Lord is king. And when he sets his kingdom there, when it's established, and it is already, when it's established, he is enthroned. That we don't have to worry about that. There is a dwelling place of safety. It is a constant. It is beyond our control, beyond the whims of the world, beyond the minor things that are going on. God is true. God is firm. Verse 8 says, come behold the works of the Lord. He who has brought desolations in the earth. He makes wars to cease at the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariots down with fire in times of war. He doesn't have to worry about an army that's coming in that's so much bigger. Now, we don't have a lot of that going on right now, although we do have military people scattered across the world. We don't have to be afraid because God is with us. And know that I am God. You've seen this verse. In fact, in the church, we've got this verse, a little different translation put on there. It says, be still and know that I am God. We need to realize that even though there are things that are going on, even though there are things that are frustrating, things that may be scary, is our hope. I guess one of the questions that I want to leave you with as we talk together, as we pray, as we think, is this. If God is saying to us, relax and know that I am God, what is something that we might need to consider? What are some things that we might need to think about? If he is our God, he's telling us to relax, what is he trying to teach us through this situation? I think there's some lessons that we're learning. I've been learning some lessons today myself, but as we lean more on him, he will be faithful. It's good to see all of you. I'm glad to see several of you watching. I know there'll be some people watching later. Tisha, you asked where I got my hair cut. I didn't. I just washed it. That happens 1 month or so. So, all right. It's good to see all of you. I love you all. We will talk to you again later. Bye-bye. I'm done.